Are you ready to learn? Well, for today, we're gonna talk to you about stars. What they are, the different types of it based on their sizes and colors, how they twinkle, why they twinkle, and the birth and death of them. So, here are my friends to talk to you more about it.
Hello, my name is Carrie, and do you guys know what stars are? Well, stars are objects in space that look like twinkling points of light in the night sky. When we look at stars in the sky, we may think that they shape like this. But in reality, the shape of a star is like a sphere. Stars made up of very hot gases. Most of these gases are hydrogen and helium. Stars produce their own light and energy by a process called nuclear fusion. A large amount of energy is created, causing the star to heat up and shine. Most stars have small amounts of heavy elements like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and iron. After a star runs out of fuel, it ejects much of its material back into space. New stars are formed from this material, so the material in stars is recycled. An example of a star is the sun.
Okay, for the next speaker, Andrew is here to talk to you about the different types of stars.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tuason, and I'm going to talk to you about the different types of stars. Variety of shapes and sizes. We have the most common one, a sequence star, and it's just like our sun. When a sequence star gets old, it becomes a red giant, and in time, our sun will also become one. As a red giant ages, its outer layers come off, and what remains is a solid core, called the white dwarf. When a giant star undergoes a supernova, an extreme dense core is what remains, which is said to be even denser than the black hole. Which leads us to the last type of star, the black hole, which is made up by an
implosion of massive stars. They have extreme gravity, which is why they are known to suck everything.
And for the next speaker, Luis Beltran will talk to you about the life and death of a star.
Hi guys, I'm Louise and I'm going to talk to you about the birth and death of a star. First off, let's start with the birth of stars. Raw star material comes from giant space clouds called nebulas. Some part of these clouds start to aggregate and form spheres due to their gravity and attraction towards each other. When they are dense enough, they start nuclear fusion, which makes them hot and release light of their own for billions of years until they run out of fuel, which is helium and hydrogen. Okay, what about the death of the stars? Stars die in two ways. First, they become red giants and they lose all of their external layers. What remains will be the core of the nucleus of the dead stars. These have no light and will eventually become invisible to us. The other form of death is when really big stars suddenly lose fuel and try to use other materials. This results in an extremely massive bright explosion that outshines all other stars. After about a week, the explosion called a supernova fades away and leaves the dead body of the star. So now I will turn you over to Ryan to give you some trivia about stars.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan, and I have a little trivia for you guys. Did you know that the largest star in the universe is 2,000 times as big as our sun? Also, its name is called Westburn 126. And did you know that the sun is actually still growing? In about 5 billion years, it's gonna be up to 250 times bigger than it is now. It's big enough to consume Mercury, Venus, and our own Earth. And also, did you know that the sun's third most abundant element is oxygen? Just like in our atmosphere, oxygen is also a very abundant element. Oh, another one. Did you know that Lucy, a star, which is actually composed of pure diamond, this is caused by extreme pressure in its core that pressurizes the carbon present in its core. And did you know that a dwarf star is so dense that a teaspoon of it could not even be lifted by 8 full-grown men? I think that's about enough trivia for you guys to absorb.
Hi kiddos! Well, I will now introduce you to our last type of star, the neutron star. So, what about the neutron star? A neutron star is a collapsed remnant of a supernova, and they are about 20 kilometers in diameter, and they have greater than 1.4 times the mass of our sun. Otherwise, they will be white dwarfs, and they are less than about 3 times the mass of our sun. Otherwise, they will be black holes, and they spin very rapidly. One revolution can take anything from 30
The Earth is actually covered with several layers of atmosphere. When the star gives off light, the light starts bouncing off the layers of atmosphere. By the time the light reaches us, it looks like it's twinkling. There are some stars, however, that actually change in size when twinkling. These stars are called pulsating stars.
Hi kids, did you learn a lot of things? I hope you did. Thanks, bye!